President Akufo-Addo nominated 4 persons for elevation onto the Supreme Court's bench in July 2022, the Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin, after making the announcement sent to him from the presidency, subsequently referred the nominations to the Appointments Committee for consideration. The committee on Tuesday vetted the Justice of the Court of Appeal, Justice Barbara Frances Akayensu. At her vetting, the minority in Parliament raised concerns about the increase in the number of justices appointed to the apex court by President Akufo-Addo.
Take the 4th Republican period from President J. Kufuor to President Rawlings to President J. Kufuor through Atam Mills. We've seen significant numbers of appointments to the Supreme Court by the President in exercise of his constitutional powers under Article 144. But, Chairman, to note that President Mills contributed about 21.4% to appointments to the Supreme Court, Excellency John Dramani Mahama 28.6%, Nana Addo Dankwa 78.6%, from 11 to 14 Supreme Court judges. Whether he's mindful of the public purse and whether he's mindful he's protecting the public purse with these numbers is a matter that we all should be looking at. Here alone, 11 of 14 justices of Supreme Court. It has not happened.
Are you aware we currently have 14 members on the bench?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I am aware we have 14. I am also aware that out of the 14, 2 have retired this year. Thank you.
Madam, these are 14 justices who are sitting on a bench. So no 2 have retired to require replacement. Unless, if you are going to tell me that you know any of those that I've mentioned, that you know the person is on retirement.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. To the best of my knowledge, Justice Agnes Doji has retired. Justice Honyonuga is retiring this year. Thank you.
During his vetting, a Supreme Court judge nominee, Justice George Kingsley Kumson, denied assertions of political interference in the activities of the judiciary.
I can say on authority that the judiciary is independent unless the contrary is proved. But I do not know of any political influence, because the fact is that this country, politicians will come and go. So for how long are we going to sit down for the judiciary to be accused that politicians are manipulating? Politicians are manipulating. Personally, I do not see any manipulation anywhere. Unless evidence is shown me, then I can change my thoughts about that.
He called for an empowerment of the National Media Commission to crack down on unprofessional acts of some journalists that discredit the rulings of the courts on matters of national interest.
What do you think must be the solution to some of these challenges we are facing within the overgrown media landscape? I know you are not in favor of censorship, but let's hear your thoughts.
In my opinion, we should empower the National Media Commission for it to be able to bite. Because other than that, one day, the media will run all of us down. Because so much, the reason is that, we have citizen journalists. They are not trained, but they are performing duties of journalists. Somebody takes his phone, he's at the scene of an event and live broadcast. Without regard to the rights of others, when they are taken to court for defamation, you will find the same media crying wolf, that when court award whatever, we are trying to destroy the media. No. Media freedom does not mean media irresponsibility. I think the National Media Commission should be given more powers to sanction erring personnel of the media.
Justice Kumson also spoke on his reasons why the Ejira Committee, of which he was a member, could not provide timelines for the provision of compensation for victims of the Ejura disturbances.
We do not know what is in the kitty for us to be able to give timelines. And in any case, we were not to do the calculation within that short time. So we were unable to make recommendation as to how much is to be paid to, because before you can make such a recommendation, you should have done some assessment, the extent of injury, incapacity, percentage, and all that, and to take into consideration the fact that there is available funds so that you can say that within 6 months they should be paid, within 1 month they should be paid. We discussed it, but the committee came to the conclusion that until those things are cleared, we cannot purport to give timelines, because there should be an assessment of how much each person is to be paid before timelines can be talked about.
The Appointments Committee is expected to sit on Wednesday to continue with the vetting of 2 other Supreme Court Justice nominees. Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okain for Citi News.